on. Let's see who's on. I am live. I am live. We're ticking away. And I tell you what, it's been a while. Let's see who's on. So nothing's on at the moment. So am I going to talk a load of gibberish until someone actually has a courtesy to look at me and watch me? I don't know. I don't know. See what goes on. Anyway, um, thank you for everybody out there who's not watching me at this moment in time. I thought I'd just do this live one. That's a weird thing. What's up there? Look at that. Look at that. That hair. Can't be hair. Looks like one of them. It looked like one of them kind of like what are they called? Them things what appear haunted places. You know, Big Sip Beer Reviews has just said, "Hello, Mr. Big Sip. Hello, how are you, my friend?" We'll show the comments as we go along. As you know, I used to do this quite a while, these live ones, and when the summer came and stuff, I decided to give it a rest. Then I thought I'll start doing them again because you know the nights are drawing in. You know, it's been a terrible day up here in North Yorkshire, and I thought myself, why not start doing them again? Because I miss doing them. I miss the interaction. So, Mr. Big Sip Beers, thank you very much for joining us, young man. And we have got, I like it when they start to come in. Oi, oi, scummy, won't be here long as that with Wanda. I hope you're doing. Hope with Wanda. I hope you're going out, taking out for a nice KFC, like you do. Greasy bucket of chicken. That's what you need. Get it down her gullet, mate. So nice to hear from you, Scott. And we've got one from Mr. Mark Burgess, the one and only beer hooligan. Hello, mate. I'm doing fine. Hope you're doing well. Hope your channel's doing well. It's great to hear from you. So going back to when I started doing the live stuff, it's kind of like it was kind of like one of them things where I felt as though you had to do it to kind of like promote your channel or whatever. And I'm not bothered about that no more. But I got into a routine of doing the live stuff and everything like you do. Then the lockdown happened. Then I thought, oh, you know, I'll say summer nights, and you tended not to do it. But now, you know, it's all getting a bit shittier out there. I thought, yeah. So, I've got a. This is for Mark Burgess. Mark, I don't know what's going on. Scott asked why he has blocked our channel. That's between you and him. I'll be the referee if you want. We'll have Mark in the red corner, Scott in the blue corner. Mark in the red corner because he's an Arsenal boy. We'll have Scott in the blue corner because he's a Pompey boy. And there you go. We've got good mate just sipping a stout for your my entertainment. Thank you very much. So I have just reviewed this one, the Vocation Brew York Sweet Temptation. I have to say it's a really, really nice beer. And I've thought about it a long time, but you know, when these supermarkets started to do this craft beer thing, Tesco really did start to come out first. And I thought to myself, well, a lot of people thought when they started to do craft beers in supermarkets and stuff like that, there was a style of beer which was completely overlooked and it needed to be addressed. It really did. And you had all these New England IPAs, you had all these normal stop, you know, box standard session IPAs if you want. And I noticed at the time a lot of people were disgruntled because the style of stout was not really showcased or included in the supermarkets. And I have to say, over the course of time and that, you know, once Tesco started the ball rolling with their craft beer and everything, Morrison's followed suit, of course. And I have to say, Morrison's at the moment, for me personally, I think they have really smashed it out of the park regarding stouts. They've not only had the Northern Monk North Star, they've had this one, which I think is an absolute gorgeous beer. And they've got the Buxton one, which I'm going to do next week. And they really have come up trumps. And then you go back to Tesco, which have just started to, past couple of weeks to bring out some new stuff. And it's nice to have that competition in a way. It's nice to have, the supermarkets squabbling over craft beer because, the people likes of you and me, it's just really, really good for us because we can go out and pick the cream of the crop out of the two, if you know what I mean. So it's really nice. It's interesting to see how the beer industry has evolved over the years. When I look at back, when I first started doing the beer reviews back in the day, it was just bottled beer. It was just your Black Sheeps. It was just your Green Kings and everything. And looking back now, it's very, very primitive. But your Badgers as well. Badger beers used to be everywhere. You don't see them much no more. And over the years, it's very, very interesting to see how it's all evolved into the cans and the craft and everything like that. And it makes me think, where does it go any further? How do we go further with craft beer? Is it going to become is it going to kind of like tread the same furrow for a while? I don't know, but it's nice to see the two supermarkets, Morrison's and Tesco's, doing the business. They really are. Book of Beers Reviews. Hello, mate. Not good to see a fellow Southerner living in the north. I'd like to know, interested to know where you live, mate. Yeah, I've been in the north for about over 10 years now. I'll never lose my accent, put it that way. You never do. Hello, Dean, mate. Nice to see you back on lives, mate. And I have to say, mate, it's nice to see you back doing what you do best as well. Even though you didn't do your reviews for a while, it was a very, very big loss, I thought. So it's really, really nice to see you back doing what you do. Credit to you, mate. Absolutely. We've got I've had worse on. Hi, buddy. I'm doing fine. Just thought I'd do this short live one. It'll be quite a short one tonight, just to say that I'm going to be back doing them now. The weather is gone in and everybody stays at home and that, and knuckles down and everything, and battens the hatches for Christmas. But I like to actually give you a little bit of advice to everybody out there regarding this situation we are in at the moment. And I've already started getting beers in for Christmas. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I don't know what the situation will be like getting closer to Christmas. We don't know. We don't know what the government's going to do regarding lockdowns or measures or whatever. And I think it's a good thing that if people start to get their beers in now for Christmas, because I don't think we know what the situation will be, near a time. So that's my little tip to you out there. Get your beers in now for Christmas. Like you do. We've got, yes, Bands, Bites, Booze Reviews. Hello, mate. Nice to hear from you. If you haven't heard of Bands, Bites, Booze Reviews, he is a fucking cracking channel. He is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Cracking stuff. Not only does he goes on about the beer, he is an absolute gem when it comes to everything about the history of the brewery, history of this guy really does his research. I don't know what the West Ham was. I don't know if West Ham were playing today, mate. Actually, I haven't looked at any football results. Maybe it's best not to, being a Southampton supporter. Maybe it's just not bother with the football. But yeah, it's nice to hear from you, mate. Really is. We have got Rockers with Northwest Chester. You're an Essex boy. Chester. The only time I've been to Chester was when I went to Chester Zoo years ago. It cost me a fortune to get in. Really did. It was a lot of money getting zoos. It is a lot of money. I can't really think why. It's just a bunch of animals, isn't it? Like you do. So cheers for coming in, mate. Tomorrow we'll get humps. I won't worry, mate. I don't know who you're playing. Actually, I've looked at. I know we got West Brom. I don't know. We can't be playing today, West Brom. I don't know. I haven't really looked. To be honest, I haven't really looked. West Ham playing Leicester. Oh, Leicester, flash in the pan, Leicester. Don't talk to me about Leicester. They thumped us 9-1. And we keep getting reminded as well every time we watch the football. Well, Leicester thumped us 9-1. No, I do. That is lovely. That is a lovely beer. So anybody hasn't just joined us, I'm having this one. The Vocation Brew York is an absolute lovely beer. Silky smooth, lovely and sweet. Highly recommend you to go out and buy that one, like you do. We have got Dean's just come up with something to see. Yes, I'm just saying, I'm drinking that, mate. I'm drinking that. The Sweet Temptation. I haven't had it before. I don't know what it is with Morrison's. I think even though I'm in the north, they were quite slow in getting all their beers out. I've just reviewed. I'll show you what I just reviewed tonight. Reviewed that one there, the Buxton Axe Edge. I thought that was really, really nice and really nice beer. Very traditional in the IPA sense of the word. Really like that. This was Moz's. I did buy the stout as well, which I'm going to do next week. I thought I haven't had a really bad beer from Buxton Brewery, to be honest with you. They've all been rather solid for me. It took a while actually to get beers from Buxton. I don't know why. Sometimes I don't know what it is with you lot out there. Sometimes, depending on where you live, is whether or not you can easily get beers or not. That's the thing, when if you live in a certain area, you might not get a Buxton at all. For me personally, the brewery which really is kind of like hammering home where I live is, well, there's two of them. You got Brew York, and out of all of them, I think Salt Beer Factory are really, what's that bloody thing? Salt Beer Factory, which have got their fingers in the pie everywhere. They really have. So let's get into the comments. They're building up. I've just finished and reviewed Modular from North. It's good. I think I've got that. Is that in the blue and red can label? I have to say, I highly recommend you to try the North one from Tesco, the Kvake IPA. I can't remember what it's called. It's there. It's in the green can. I'm a big fan of that style of beer, the Kvake beer, and it's kind of like weird because when you look at all these ingredients regarding beer and that, it's like brewers are following a fashion in what they put in their beers. Kvake, the Norwegian yeast, I've never heard of till recently. Suddenly Brew York are doing one, North Brewing Company doing one. I think some other breweries are doing them. So it's like a little, I wouldn't say it's kind of like a fashion thing. I think people are starting to follow each other, if you know what I mean. Let's see what we got. It's got Dean's. That's a good one. It is a very good one, mate. We have got Captain Meats Adventures. Hello, Mr. Meat. I haven't heard from you for a while. Yeah, well, I'm fine, mate. Hope you're doing all right too. So what we have got another one from Dean. He says, "Hello, Captain." Captain Meat, that is, not Captain Birdseye. Do not access too bitter for me. That's fair enough. That's what makes it all interesting. This is what makes all this beer reviewing interesting, because everybody has got different tastes. Everybody has got different preferences, and like, people look for different things in beer, which no one's right, no one's wrong. It's all down to preference, personal preference. For me personally, the Buxton one was quite traditional in the way he had a nice mouthfeel, and I'll go back to it. Sometimes, especially with the supermarkets, there's been an absolute IPA, New England IPA overload. I mean, you look at the supermarkets. That's I've said it in a review this week. That style has been absolutely exhausted beyond. It's one of them things. It's just looking for the little gold nuggets in amongst a lot of chaff, if you know what I mean. He says, Dino, Mr. Meat. He says, all right, Scott. And we got Mark from Beer Hooligan says, do you think some of these brewers are trying to mug off some of the beer drinkers now, just through 2 new beers from Thailand? They are shocking. It's just like Brewdog's new ones. I mean, for me personally, Mark, I think a lot of these breweries, a lot of it's down to quantity over quality, isn't it? At the end of the day, I think, especially a lot of the breweries who get, supermarket contracts or whatever, they have got to still make money out of producing beer, and still meet a supermarket's demand. So, I wouldn't necessarily, they're trying to mug off beer drinkers now. I would say I'll say to you personally, I'll say to you that some, you can think of Marston's doing that over the years. What they did with Witchwood Brewery as well, that's terrible. Witchwood Brewery, absolutely terrible now. Tiny Rebel, some people have thought some of their beers are pretty naff now, to be honest. Brewdog, I'll be honest with you, I haven't really thought much of Brewdog, but until I've had the Chocolate Libra, I thought was really good. I thought the Nitro Jet Black Heart was really good, and I have to say they're both brewed in USA. The Hazy Triple I thought weren't bad, but the thing about Brewdog is there's no real integrity about them anymore. I think, when you look at a brewery like that, it feels like the money men have taken over and they've sacrificed quality for quantity. And I think it's a big shame. And I think that's happening with Tiny Rebel as well. I think they're getting a name for themselves now. And I think they're starting to sacrifice the quality of the beer for quantity. So there is a certain amount of truth for that comment, Mark, about mugging off some of the beer drinkers now, because I think, like any company, the more you produce, I think the less the quality will be there, definitely. Which isn't right, which is pretty much a disgrace, considering. It is a disgrace. You buy beer with your hard working money. You work all week and you buy beer with it, and I think it's a disgrace that that brewers now are starting to think more profit than than quality. But it doesn't always. It's not always like that. If you go to Belgium, you go to the Rocheforts, you go to the Trappist breweries who produce stunning beers which are still available, on a large scale, like the supermarket beers, if you want, in a way, throughout Europe. Their quality has never diminished, have they? And that's why I respect, a lot of the Belgian Trappist breweries, like the Rocheforts and the Chimay and, the Westmails, because the quality of their beer never diminishes. It's still spot on and will always be spot on. So, got another one from Mark. It says 100% spot on using the hypercarpet, the brew. Yes, you're right. They're what they're doing is they're just kind of like shoving it on shelves and seeing if people like it or not like it. But with supermarkets, they've got a budget, haven't they? At the end of the day, they've got to buy beer in at a certain price, and they've still got to make money on it. Obviously, some supermarkets, I think they have like an ideology that they make loss on one line, but they gain it on another. There's another ideology. But for me personally, I think every time the supermarkets bring out a new line of beers, the quality will be up and down all over. You'll have some good ones, you have some downright shit ones, you have some excellent ones, but the excellent ones will be in a real minority. You sort ICAP in Tesco's, and maybe another one will be up there, but the rest will be, because they can't. I cannot kind of like deliver brilliant quality beers throughout the range. You can't on that price scale. You can't. It's impossible, really. Nipa is a great sub. It's milk to high heaven. It is, Dean. It is, and I don't know about you, Dean, but sometimes it's Groundhog Day when you review a beer, because you've got the same notes, you've got the same style, and I find it very hard to kind of like think of anything, brilliant to say, anything original to say. If you've been doing it as long as we have, and you're drinking Nipas, and it's the same New England IPA, you're getting the same notes and everything. It's very hard to keep it, interesting, and I'm finding that as a trouble at the moment. It's a real hard graft. If you been reviewing Nipa all this time, to try and find a different angle to come from, it's very hard, I have to say. That's a good comment there. Captain Meat says, if I like New England IPA, I'll go to Asda. They only sell hazy OG, so no. Yeah, fair enough. Asda have been very, very quiet regarding beer, haven't they? I mean, for me, Asda have really kind of like at the bottom of the pile. I mean, you got your Tesco's, Morrisons, Sainsbury's are starting to well, they were. I don't know now, so I don't go to Sainsbury's much. Then you got Waitrose as well, M&S. So for me, Asda are kind of like bottom of the scale, if you know what I mean. So we got one from Mark. If he's got one, I knew he was gonna get this one in. I'll be honest, I haven't. I've seen it. The Rochefort Triple from Belgium. It's released on Monday. The first triples. Yes, I've seen all the posts about it. I'm very intrigued myself. I'm gonna go to York next week. Sorry, and hopefully, if the Trembling Madness have got it in, I'm going to pick myself up a bottle of it as well. And it isn't that strong, is it, for a triple? I think it's about 7.5%. It's not a strong triple, but I think the quality will be there in the beer, without a shadow of a doubt. I think, I don't know if it's the first beer for about 60 odd years. I'm not too sure, but I think that beer it's going to have a nice quality feel about it, and I'd imagine it being a very, very nice beer, irrespective of the strength. Because at the end of the day, me personally, I don't think the strength is the key thing. We have got one from Beardy Beer Reviews. He says, "Hello, buddy. Hello, Beardy Beer Reviews. Hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying your beers and that." We have got one from Captain Meat. Says, "What a shame, Man City drew lead." shame indeed. What a shame indeed. Leeds, old school club. Yeah, big club as well. Mr. Lob, all right, mate. Good to see you back. Yes, I'm doing the live stuff now. Now the nights are coming in. You've been on the juice all afternoon. You most probably will be. I've been. I've been on the juice like you do. You got to, get home from a hard graphs morning at work and crack open. Not better than the first beer, is there? When you crack open like you do. So what we got next? We've got the beer hooligan. Yes, correct. It's not stronger, but the first triple. Yes, it is. It's the first triple Rochefort have done. And I'm surprised about the strength of it. I thought it'd be a little bit stronger, but I'm looking forward to trying it, and I know you will be as well. Definitely. Darren Hawthorne, Mr. Brown. Hello, Mr. Hawthorne. Hope you're all right. I'm going to do another water review for you soon. I'm going to do sparkling water versus still water, just for you. So keep them peeled, like you do. Not your bananas, your eyes. Keep them peeled, son. Beardy Beers is all good. I just got down week to wait for my dude. Where's my donut beer from while there? The famous review I did and didn't upload the sound and delete the original. That's where it goes, I've always been there. You do a good review and you find out you haven't recorded it and stuff like that. I've been there. I think we've all done it. No, I have over the years. But I have to go in with this. Anybody who knows, I'm drinking the Vocation Brew York Sweet Temptation Chocolate Caramel Stout. It is an absolute belter. It is a really nice beer. Silky smooth, lovely stuff. Mozzers have done us proud with the stouts this time around. Certainly have. Well, I have to say, it's nice doing the live stuff again. Sometimes it's nice just to step back from doing the live stuff and have a break from it and come back, because what I find over time, if you do them too often, you end up running out of stuff to say, if you know what I mean. And I have to say that this live stream's been brilliant, because it's been all about beer, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Our mutual love of the greatest drink in the whole wide world. It is the most fantastic drink ever. I think, if for me personally, if somebody said to me, what is the greatest thing man has ever invented, I would say it'll be beer, because there's so many different people who like beer from different backgrounds. There's so many people who enjoy different styles of beer, different, from different backgrounds, and it is an absolute great thing. And I think it brings people together in a way. I really do. You can have nothing in common with a person, but if they pick up and enjoy the same beer as you, you got something in common. It's great. It really is. So let's go on to the comments again. Who takes the crown in your opinion regarding Tesco? That is a good question, Dean. For me, I mean, when Tesco's are the pioneers of the craft beer in supermarkets, aren't they? They really were the first one to hit home regarding craft beer. They were the ones who really brought out the first load. But the only thing I got a little bit critical about Tesco is, and it isn't their fault, to be honest, because they're a massive supermarket and need to rely on breweries which can supply them. But the thing I'm getting a little bit tired of with Tesco is that they rely on the same breweries. There's always the Vocations what come out. There's always North Brewing Company come out in Tesco's. The Brewdogs, they're everywhere and stuff like that. And yeah, they've had the mothership beers and stuff like that before, but they haven't really hit home with me at all. But it would be nice for Tesco's to kind of like diversify and maybe get some beers in which from breweries you wouldn't really expect to be in a supermarket, or from smaller artisan breweries, if you know what I mean. I think it would mix it up a bit, and I think it'll be a little bit more exciting, especially for people like us. You can go in and get a beer from, say, slightly more obscure brewery than your Vocation, etc. When Morrison's, for me personally, even though if you go into the beer aisle of Morrison's, apart from the craft, the bottled ales and that they're still there. It's all a bit tarring for me. You get the same stuff. You get the Batemans, you get the Wainwrights. It's all a bit tarring. It's the same stuff. They've never really, and the same with Tesco's in a way, they've never really kind of like introduced some new bottled ales, stuff like that to really get your interest. Tesco's, on the other hand, have brought in some great Belgian beers. They've done the Triple K in the big bottle. I've never seen it in mine. They've done some other stuff. Morrison's brought out Omnipollo in selected stores for not all of us, which is a pain in the arse. So looking at it from a neutral point of view, if I had a choice, say if I had 30 quid in my pocket, I had a choice whether to go to Tesco's or Morrison's, where would I go and get some beer? I think, me personally, I would go to Morrison's, mainly because it's so nice to see these lovely stouts available in Morrison's. The North Star, this one I'm drinking now, and I haven't had the Buxton one yet. I think I would choose Morrison's over Tesco at the moment, because I like the Nitro, the Brewdog Nitro as well. The Choco Libre I thought was sensational for them. I just think that, like I said, it would be nice to see different breweries in the two stores, especially in Tesco's. It might, freshen it up a bit for me. It'd be nice to see something a little bit different in Tesco's from different people. Not dissing what I have at the moment, because it is nice stuff what I have, but going back to the New England IPA and them styles, which I think are completely exhausted, it would be nice to see something different, just different, because I think people might get a little bit bored with it, So we have got the next comment from Mr. Meat. First manager to be sacked off in Pep might go. I don't know about that, to be honest. If we lose against West Brom tomorrow, or sit today, I don't know if we play today. I haven't looked at the football results. I think Ralph Hasenhüttl at Southampton might have a problem if we have a bad start. I think Eddie Howe might be waiting in the wings for Southampton. So that's talking from me. I do like Ralph. He's a good manager, but I think it could go Pete Tong for him. So we've got the Beer Hooligans. Belgium, the boss takes a crown in the UK for supplying the best beer at great prices. I will have a look at that, Mark. Cheers for the heads up for that. I think they do Belgian memorabilia as well, because I wouldn't mind if I've got a wall behind me, absolutely blank. I fancy getting a Duvel sign up there, or St. Bernardus. I like the Belgian metal signs you get. They're lovely, aren't they? Really nice, really nice. So yeah, I think I'm looking at that. Get up there, just kind of fill that wall up with nice bit of Belgian memorabilia, because I do like my Belgian beers, I have to say. Cracking stuff. For me personally, I like Belgian beers, I like German beers, and the English stuff as well. I do like the American IPAs, but for me, when I first got hooked into beer, Belgian beers were the ones what kind of like got me hooked. Fantastic. We have got one from Nicky Lobb. Beer's oldest recorded in the world. Love it. Just leaving it to get some more. Just love it. Just leaving to get some. Yes, you go out and get some more. Get some more. Don't buy any of that Dragon Soup shite. Just get out some more. Get some more beers. Get them in, like you do. Annoy the missus. Have we done a cooking for her when she gets home from work? David Jones says, "Hello, Mr. Brown. How's it going?" So I'm doing fine, mate. Thank you very much for watching our reviews, watch and comment. It's always nice to hear from you. Well appreciated. I appreciate everybody who comments on my videos. I'm not the greatest channel in the world, believe you me. But it's nice to have comments and that and reply to them. I've never really, when I first started my channel off, I never really envisaged it being big or anything. I just thought I'd just do me beer reviews, get on with it, and let the channel take care of itself. I'm not really one of these people who really kind of like look into me viewing figures and stuff, but it's always nice to have the right people watch you and the right people comment on you. It makes it all worthwhile, even though sometimes you do, make ill judgments on beer. I know I have over the years. So yeah, what we got? Looking well. Yeah, I'm looking well. I think I am. Hello, Mr. Thomas. Hello, Thomas, mate. Nice to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying your Irish beers like you do. It's nice to hear from you, mate. Hope you're doing well. David Jones says, Thomas, yes, Thomas. Get the big thumbs up for Thomas. Get the big thumbs up for Thomas. Nice fella. Nice beer reviewer. Down to earth. Cracking stuff. I haven't watched him for a while. I'll make a note to watch you, Thomas. I do apologise. I really do. But I find it hard. There's so many beer reviewers out there that you can't watch everybody because everybody's doing some cracking stuff, and it's one of them things which you miss out on. You might miss out on a really good beer review or really good video, and it's one of them things which you feel guilty about, because at the end of the day you want to support everybody who reviews beer, whoever they are, whoever they're standing or whatever their beliefs or whatever. But it's just hard to watch everybody. Captain Meat says, sorry, Captain Meat, I missed you. What's the supermarket beer of the year? Supermarket beer of the year for me, personally, it was going to be the ECAT, the salt ECAT. It was going to be that. That was going to be a bona fide supermarket beer of the year. But at the end of the day, looking at it, I'm going to make a shock announcement. My supermarket of the beer so far, and there's been some belters, is the one I had the other night, and I loved it. I liked the Brewdog Nitro Chocolibra. I loved it. I really did. The reaction it gave me, I thought I loved it. So we've got Barry. Barry, mate, nice to hear from you, mate. Great video the other day with your daughter. I thought it was cracking. Hope she takes you up, knocks the old man off his pedestal like you do. It's cracking stuff. We got Window Beer Review. It says, hi, Captain. Barry's in. Yeah, Barry's in the house. Barry's in the house. You got to have Barry in. He's spot on, Barry. We also, what have we got? I'll have to get these comments up. Hey up, JB. I'm doing fine, mate. It was great having our chat the other week. I really, really liked it. Hopefully we'll have another one soon. Been watching a lot of your videos. Really enjoyed them. Like I said, the one with Courtney the other day was fantastic. Really liked it. It was great to see that little kind of like combo, the old father and daughter. I hope you do some more of them. I really do. It's cracking stuff. Really like that one. All right, David and Thomas, he says, that's Barry for you. He said, Captain Meets Barry, good video. Yes, everybody agrees. It was fantastic. It really was. Great chemistry. It was. It was a short one, but it was a good one. It really was. I'm just going with my Sweet Temptation. David says, David Jones says, should I say, Good. Yeah. Again, you see, Barry, you're doing well, mate. You're doing well. You're doing well with your channel. Everybody likes it. You're doing something right there, mate. So God bless you. Buzz, hello, matey. Buzz Salmon says, just saying, just that one looked good. You're the. Thank you very much. Honestly, Buzz, I really, really appreciate you watching us. Really appreciate your comments. You comment on every video, and I have to say, you're a true gentleman. You really are. So, hope you're keeping well and everything. You're in better health now. I really do. So all the best, mate. Really is. Sincerely, all the best. We have all the beer. Thank you, JB. Thank you. It is. It's much. Honestly, Barry, mate. It's bang on. Bang on. Bang on. Cracking to see you like that. Cracking to see your video. I'll say, anyone watched Simon last night? I did. I don't watch much of Simon, to be honest. I should do. He's the king of it all, but I just don't watch much of him. And he's a nice fella too. So I've got to have to readdress that. I have to say, readdress that. Barry's come up with Snap Jono also on the Sweet Temptation. What do you think of it, Barry? What do you think of the Sweet Temptation? I love it. I think it's a really, really nice beer. I'm just sipping it away, and it's lovely and gentle and lovely stuff. I have to say, mate, it's a lovely beer. I haven't had the Buxton one yet, but I will try. I will try to have the Buxton beer like you do. We've got Walker's beer review, and we've got, yes, 2112. Now, Rocker, I am a massive Rush fan. To say that I'm not a massive Rush fan is an understatement. I have watched them since Hold Your Fire tour, and I've watched them. Went Hold Your Fire twice, then I Roll the Bones twice, then I did the 30th anniversary. Then I did the Stakes and Arrows Time Machine tour and Clockwork Angels, and I have to say, I think they are the greatest band of all time. Neil Peart's the greatest drummer of all time, and Alex Lifeson's the most underrated guitarist of all time. Absolutely adore them. Since I was about 11, 12 years old, as soon as I heard Hemispheres, a mate of mine brought back a copy of Hemispheres, and I fell in love with that band from the beginning. I just thought they were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We have got Buzz back on. Thank you. Yes, thank you. No, thank you, Buzz. Thank you, Buzz. Yes, thank you, Buzz. Yeah, I hope you have, mate. Hope I've kind of like given you a little bit of a, hope they've kind of like made your day doing them. I've made my day, making them, but it's always nice to have somebody who watches us and enjoys them. There's nothing better than doing a beer review or doing a video and someone really, really enjoys them and sincerely likes them and puts in the comment. It is really nice, I have to say. All the beer, no idea. I really like Nice and Easy. I agree with you. Very hard to watch it once, even though I like to support. It is. It's so hard to comment on everybody and to watch everybody. It's impossible sometimes. And of course, we all have jobs to go to. And when you get home from work, you don't really. Sometimes you're not in the mood to watch people. I kind of like put aside a Sunday. If I'm not doing anything on a Sunday, I'll tend to go out and my way to watch a lot of people to do what I've done in the previous week. That's the only way I can do it, because at the end of the day, there's so many great people out there doing this. It's trying to get everybody crammed in together and to try and comment and support everybody. And, we're all in this together today, and we're all fighting a good fight for the beer. Like you do. David Jones. I don't blame you not watching Simon. That's Simon. Mr. Brown is the king of beer. I like Simon. I do like Simon. I've got a lot of respect for Simon, because without Simon, I don't think a lot of us will be here doing it. for me personally, when I started this channel off, it was Terry K, Beer Goggles Reviews, what influenced me, and you can see it in my reviews. He had the right sense of humour, and he was cracking. So without the first generation of beer reviews, you will never get the people like us. Just get the cat in. You'll never get the people like us doing it. So, you know, people like Simon, you got to respect, because they kind of like open the door for everybody else to think, oh, I'm going to give that a go. I'm going to review beer. I might not be right, I might not be wrong, but at the end of the day, it's, you know, as long as you're honest to yourself and people appreciate that you're honest to yourself, it doesn't have to mean that people have to agree with you, but it's nice to just to, you know, do stuff like that. So yeah, I've got a lot of respect for a lot of the older generation, but I've got respect for every beer reviewer in a way, because anybody who can sit in front of a camera and start to spill a load of nonsense about a beer gets my respect, if you know what I mean. So thank you for that comment, David. Thank you. It's well appreciated. I better get ranking the video. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that band is a special band for me. I'll tell you another band which I like, which I used to like a lot. I used to like Marillion as well. Marillion used to be a band I used to dig a lot. I like the progressive side of stuff more than anything else. Porcupine Tree, as well as Stephen Wilson, cracking stuff. So thanks for that, Rockers. We got Buzz Salmon coming on, trying to get all through all the comments. Made it through 76 years. My health will hold through one more winter. Wish I could drink all. You are. Thank you very much, Buzz. Really, really appreciate it. And I sincerely hope that you're okay and your health will, you know, get better for you. You sound like you sound like a strong person, and I really sincerely hope you got me prayers that you're gonna be okay. Really do. Message me if you need to message me, Buzz. Message me. I'll always be there for you, mate. I really would. Mersey Beers, hello, mate. Evening, Mr. B. Hello, Mr. Mersey Beers. Hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying a few beers tonight. You know, it's cold, miserable Saturday night. I don't know what it's like over there where you are, but I'll imagine it'll be the same. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. JB's, I don't know about that, but I do. When I first got into this, it's funny. It's my wife's fault why I got into this, because she got me a load of Weihenstephan, and I just googled it, and Terry K popped up, and I watched him, and I really liked his reviews, and I started to watch more and more of them, and I started joining in on his live chats and that, and he's just got a great sense of humour. I just thought he had a great sense of humour, and I really, really enjoyed watching him. And I suppose, you know, I've always thought that me doing what I'm doing, that's having a punch up. Really, you know, I really enjoyed doing them, and it's kind of like it's my little tribute to him in a way, because I do like him, and I wish he kept on doing them. I really do. So, yeah, shame about that, really, to be honest. We got Mark has come up again with, if I can show it, I think you have to do something different, have a niche, because loads of new beers have sprung up during COVID. Hence why I try and tell you about Dutch and German beers. That's a fair comment, Mark. I mean, at the end of the day, I think you're quite a well-travelled person. I think, from what I imagine, you do go over the continent a bit, and so yes, I agree with you. I think you do have to do something a little bit different to others, but still, I don't think you should not compromise on the integrity of the review. I think just let the cat out. Go on. I think you still got to be truthful to yourself, and I think if people weren't saw through that, I think people wouldn't sub to you. So yes, I agree with you. I mean, yeah, fair enough. I think out of all the beer reviews, I think you do the most foreign stuff, to be honest. With a lot of us, I think we we just go to the supermarket, but that's a fair comment, Mark. It is. Let's go. Evening, Captain Meats, Rockers Beer Review, says Mersey Beers. Captain Meat, Mr. Meat, if I can bring him up. Why Mersey? I bet it made up with Everton. Yeah, I tell you what, since the beginning of the season, I thought Everton would do well this season. I just had a feeling. with the signings they made. I thought Everton are the team, the dark horse, I think, definitely. So we've got one from Dean's. If I bring it up, it says Beer Goggles, Simon, Hopsy, Sofa King Drunk was the first one. Yes. I would say for me personally, Dean, Beer Goggles and Sofa King Drunk for me. I didn't really watch Robert Hopsy until a few years in, about 2.5 years in. Simon, I remember Simon quite vaguely at the beginning, to be honest, but I kind of like stuck more with Beer Goggles. I just did. I was a sense of humour because he had a sense of humour behind. I wonder what effect COVID and Brexit will have on beers and the price. Well, like I said earlier in this live stream, Captain Me, I think you should go out and get your Christmas beers now and get stocked up for Christmas, just in case something goes a little bit Pete Tong, while while things are going towards Christmas. If you like a good night out, you can all jump on Spice and Easy live stream. I will check them out. There's lots of people said about them. Good point, David. I will have a go and have a look at that one. So thank you very much for that. Mr. Neil Long. Hello, Neil. Nice to see you. Nice for the comment. Hasn't stopped peeing down all day in Liverpool. Stayed in all day. Just had a curry now. Some salt beers to say my cabin fever. Why not, indeed? Best thing to do on a really kind of like rainy, horrible, dark night. I think everybody should be doing that. So good one, Neil. Enjoy it. Barry's come up with a. If I can bring it up, I've got lots of bells and stuff to do. Probably do a load as winter comes in. It's weird that. It's a good point because I think people's taste in beer does change throughout the year. And I think because of the Belgian stuff stronger and it's got much more weight and body to the beers, I think more people drink Belgian beer in the winter than they do in the summer. I could be wrong. I could be wrong indeed. Mark's come out. Carrie's, I reckon Price has gone to rocket with beer after Brexit. You could have a good point there, Mark, depending on what deal they have. I can imagine you're paying a huge amount of money for a bottle of Duvel or a bottle of Lef. You can have a good point there and see how much Belgian beer will be and see how much availability there will be in supermarkets also. That is a good point. Let's see what Barry says. Personally, JB, I think the Mighty Blades are the dark. I don't think so, Barry. I don't think so. You'll be down at the bottom of the table with us, scrapping for the scraps. I don't think the Blades will be anywhere near as good as what they were last season, to be honest. I'm sorry, I don't want to burst that bubble of optimism, but for me personally, I don't think it's going to happen, mate. I really don't. Really don't. We've got, I've ordered my first Belgian Xmas beers today from Belgium. Hopefully you'll get in time for you, Mark. Hopefully you get there in time for you. For Christmas, that is. What beers have you ordered? Have you ordered some great stuff, traditional Belgian Christmas beers, or have you ordered some quads? Or interesting that. Heath Drinks beers says, "Evening, mate. What are you drinking?" I'm supping away slowly. The Vocation Brew York Sweet Temptation. Slowly supping away. Very good beer, indeed. Very good beer indeed. So we got Blades getting booster from his good deal. That's what Captain Meat says. I think that's aimed at Barry. Barry, if you're watching, Mr. Meats has come up with a Blades thing for you. No, I'm not into kind of like, Sheffield United. How about that? Sorry, Barry. I have a website where if you ordered, I have a website where if you ordered off a weekend, it will be with you before the. That's great. That is great. That is great. That's quick, isn't it? I mean, you know, considering, I'll be honest with you that I don't really order beer online, but the one I ordered off Beerwolf, and it was terrible, terrible service. Took was it at least 2 weeks for it to come. It was terrible. Then I went and ordered off the House of Trembling Madness in York. They did a mail order thing, and that came the next day. So there's a difference. Same beers as well, same style of beers, continental beers, and they came the next day. So yeah, I will check out Belgium in a box, though, definitely, because I need to get some memorabilia up there. Good point there, Mark. So let's see what we get. Yep, we need a few more goals. Southampton are poo, he says. Southampton may be poo, but at the end of the day, Barry, I'm not going to bite. I'm not going to bite, Barry. You cast the line out. Yeah, Southampton are poo. Yes, we may be a bit poo, but at the end of the day, Barry, we've been in the top flight longer than you. We've done nothing, but we've been in the top flight longer than you. I'm just going to go with Sweet Temptation, like you do. See what else we got coming up from Thomas. I think this, after all the beer in line, nothing really close to me. If you order before 3, it will come the next day. That's not bad. That's good. That's good. We got one from Matthew Barker. My mate John Brown, late to the party. I had no idea you was doing live ones again. Hope you've had a good day, mate. I've had a good day. I'll tell you what, Matthew Barker, while you're watching, I have reviewed that one, the Michela Spontan double cassis. And everybody knows what cassis is. It's a French word for blackcurrant, I think. I hope it is, because I fucked up the review if I haven't. I liked it. It's nice. 7.7%. I liked it. Best one in your box. Well, not the best one in your box, but it's one of the highlights of your box so far. So thank you very much for that, Matthew Barker. So I'm drinking. Where was it? I'm drinking that one, by the way. So we got one from Captain Meets Adventures. To be fair, Danny is a top player, another ex-Liverpool player. I'm sorry. He actually was a Saints player before Liverpool. Again, we get to football again. I don't mind having a little bit of banter about football, but let's face it, without Southampton, Liverpool wouldn't be where they are now, because we supplied them with a hell of a load of players, and I have to say we are absolute mugs for doing it. But that's what football's all about. It's all about the money. It's not about nothing else. It's not about loyalty. It's not about anything. You want loyalty, you have to go back to the years of Alan Shearer and Matt Letizia. But when it comes to now, I mean, the agents of football players have too much of an influence on their clients, should I say, to unsettle them, to make more money out of them. So, to be fair, he's a top player, another ex-Liverpool player in a way, but he was a Saint before Liverpool, and also, like I said, we were a feeder club to Liverpool, like you do. But money talks in football, doesn't it? Not loyalty. Very true, mate. So I've had some great players that have sold on. Oh, I tell you what, mate. Don't remind me about the players we've had. Gareth Bale. We've had Oxlade-Chamberlain, Theo Walcott, Adam Lallana, Sadio Mane, Virgil van Dijk. It can go on forever, absolutely ever. And as a supporter, it's absolutely sickening that if we kept them players or kept them, we would be a lot better off than what we are now. And, you know, when it comes, like I said, when it comes to football, money talks. Players don't really give a shit about who they play for anymore. They really don't. Let's go back to the 80s. I like 80s football, big fan of 80s football. Vinnie Jones, Paul Gascoigne, bollocks, and all that. Glad you enjoyed it, mate. Got Spondon Carrot for your Xbox. Had an Omnipod 2 one time a Blu-ray sound. Your Magic Rock Teeper they sent me today. I really like the Magic Rock. I didn't know you had it already before, but I do like that beer actually, so that's why I sent it to you. Beer Hooligan says, "How much would Matt be in today?" Yeah, exactly. And like a lot of footballers, you know, I do like going back to the old days when it comes to football. 80s, 90s for me, a magical period for football. You have phenomenal players. You know, Thierry Henry was a phenomenal player. Absolutely. Ian Wright as well. Phenomenal players. And you think what they would be worth now. It's mind blowing. It really is. And yeah, Bale, Shearer. Like you could go on. Wayne Bridge as well, another one who kind of like flew the cuckoo's nest. It's just, you know, you can go Nathan Klein. Just goes on forever. It does. And you know, as a supporter, every time, your club gets a decent player, how long are they going to stay there? How long are they going to stay there? You know, someone comes in, offers them more money, they just fuck off. But it's terrible. Yeah, dodge the bullet. Yeah, definitely. Tom says, I don't think there's any law. It isn't any loyalty in football. You know, you go back. You know, I was saying, you go back to the 80s, and you go back to the characters. There's no real characters in football anymore. It's all kind of like, you know, foreign players who haven't got any kind of like sense of humor about them and stuff. Now, you know, back in the old days, Vinnie Jones, you had Paul Gascoigne, you had all these characters, you know, what made it special. And you don't get that now. Terrible state, really. Virgil, yeah, exactly. And don't get me going on about Gillette Soccer Saturday because that's terrible now. To be fair, yeah, they will be. They would be. They would be. I think a lot of clubs, if they kept all their players, I definitely agree with you there. They would be brilliant. The players I grew up with, sad when you see your generation retire and it takes time. Great, yeah. The new generation has got nothing on the old generation. I'm old school. You know, I like watching old football games. I do watch old football games. I don't watch any new football games. You know, I go on YouTube and I watch, the FA Cup final from 1985. Brighton, is it Brighton Man U FA Cup final? I watched that. I watched that the other day. You know, Gary Stevens sitter on the first, unreal. And I just don't have any appeal for the modern day game, to be honest. I don't know. It's just don't do it for me. I was there when Paul Davis spoke. Yeah, yeah. I think I remember that. I think I remember that. I think I remember that when I was. Yeah, that rings a bell. That definitely, definitely rings a bell. What we got? Even soccer said yes, because everyone, all this kind of like you got women. I'm sorry, I'm not being sexist, but women know fuck all about football. I'm sorry, I know nothing. Women commentating on football. Come on, Brian Clough, yeah, legend, absolutely. Brian Clough, Bobby Robson. I think Brian Clough and Bobby Robson on the path with each other. Fantastic. Johnny39 says hello. Hello, Johnny39. Nice to hear from you. What else we got? We got Matt Barnwood. Yes, Giggs. Fantastic players. Again, fantastic footballers. Brilliant stuff. I'm drinking that one, supping it through. I haven't really got much through. I've been doing too much talking, but that's what you got to do on these live streams as ever. Got to do a bit of talking. see what else goes. If Barclay had been appointed in 99 afterwards, he would have won us. I think you could be right there. I think it. When you look at it, when you think about it, it was a travesty. He never got given the job. It really is. I think where the FA's involved, I honestly think they wanted a certain type of individual running the team as a part of, someone who's a bit rough around the edges and says what he thinks. I think, yes, me too. We got one from Scott. This is for Mark. Mark, if you're still watching, this is from Scott. I'm not going to get involved with it. He's asked you that. As Mark's away, but Mark, between you two, tell Scott why. I don't know, mate. 1990, the best England team I've seen in my time, quality team. I remember the semi-final, I think, was pretty pivotal, wasn't it? To be honest, it's pivotal in the modern game for us as a nation, and you always remember where you were when you watched it as well. And it was we never beat the Germans at the end of the day, That's all it's all about. We never beat the Germans, but it's nice to have that history with the Germans regarding the football. It's always nice to have, the banter of it all. But to be honest, my favourite England moment, my favourite England game for me personally was when we beat Holland in Euro '96. I thought that's the best time. That is the best I've ever seen England play for me watching. I thought when we beat Holland at Wembley, I thought that was honestly thought we were going to win it. Looking at that game back then, I thought we're going to go all the way here, but it never happens, does it? Matt Barker said, "Oh, that's a solid beer. I think for a supermarket beer, that's stout, mate. For the price, I'm happy. Yes, I think everybody is with that stout. I think it was definitely English should not have got rid of Venables and should have gone for Redknapp over. I'm not a Harry Redknapp fan. I'm a Southampton supporter. I'm not a Harry Redknapp fan, to be honest. You don't do that." We had better teams in '82 and '86 World Cups. Yeah, I think we did to a degree. I think we had some great players in them both squads. But with the Holland, I thought the Holland game, at Wembley at that time, I thought, the way we played, I thought we really were gonna. It's one of my because the way that England played that time, I honestly thought that it was the most, complete performance for me. I thought that's my opinion. 99, 96, 98 to me were the peak of England. Yeah, I think you're right there. Mark's come up with, I was at every fantastic memories to last forever, mate. They really are. You're never going to forget them, are you? Once in a lifetime. And, they're gone about prices of football tickets and that. But if you go to a tournament on your home country, watching most games, I think, for me, I think that is definitely something to live with you for a long time. It's frustrating for my local team, Grizzlies, or it can't be surprised. Ian Holloway can attract some of the best players constantly, but Kobe keeps interfering. Ian Holloway is a bit of a character, isn't he? He says what he thinks. Definitely says what he thinks. Yeah, they were amazing. Everybody thought they were on their way. So yeah, it's Johnny 39. Been following you a few months now. Enjoy your views. Can I ask you about your Northerner? Just curious about being a Northerner. Well, I'll tell you why I'm called Northern Southerner. That is a great question, to be honest, Johnny 39. I live in the north, but I'm southern. I live in Yorkshire, but I married a northern lass, and I come from the Sussex coast of Eastbourne, between Brighton and Hastings. and that's why I'm called Northern Southerner. So thanks for asking that. I like to clear that up. I'm North. I live in the north, but I'm a Southerner. That is good question. So cheers for that, Johnny. Um, Hello, Terry, mate. I haven't heard from you for a while. Nice to hear from you, mate. I will check your channel out tomorrow. See if you've done any more beers, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you're doing well as ever. Yeah, thanks for popping in, mate. Is it true, Jonathan, that Howard bought loads of land around Saturn because he did the dirty on you? He can't. I don't know about that. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, with Hooky Harry, because he's got his fingers in all the pies, isn't he, Hooky Harry? I'd imagine. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if he did that, because he's the bloke's a tosser. To be honest, I don't like him. I really don't. I'm not surprised the Pompey lot like him, because the way he went to us, went back to them. I'm surprised a lot of Pompey lot still like him. I just can't stand him. I think he's so he's so dodgy. He's like, he might as well be in a marketplace like Delboy selling something out of a suitcase. He's that type of person. So yeah, I don't know about that, Mark. I really don't, mate. We got coming up next. He says Matthew Barker. I remember in 2017, I was traveling in South America, and I was speaking to a guy from Argentina. I asked him, "Do you get annoyed?" He said he used to look at England the same way with Beckham. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, if you're in South America, I'd like to know whereabouts in Argentina's a fan. It's a staggering country, Patagonia. Going to the desert in Chile and going downwards. I'd like to know whereabouts he went in Argentina, mate, because it sounds a fascinating country. It really does. So it's one of the best. Of course, it is. Just don't go to and get the ones in the pier. Don't get the ones on the pier. Get the ones in the town centre. They're the better ones. Here we go. Here comes Harry Redknapp. I think as a manager, Redknapp would have got the best out of the players. I don't know about that one, mate. Redknapp. Name's mud in my household, Redknapp. Tell you. Where we went, tried to buy shares, and he would. I tell you, he'll buy anything. Him. You could. He most probably would. But Salmon says, how can you like that kind? I'm not too sure what you're going on about, Buzz, but let me know more precisely in the channel. I don't know, mate. Honestly, I don't know. I like Ian Holloway more than Harry. He's actually invested his own personal money and bought shares in the club. Yeah, I'll prefer Ian Holloway than Harry any day. I think he says what he thinks, and I respect that. But don't go on about it. Well, here we go. Another Redknapp. Redknapp would have a stall selling Nico's, Crouches, and yes, he would. He would have a stall selling all of them, wouldn't he? Absolutely. What we got coming up now? I've been to Buenos Aires, but in 2017 I went to Patagonia and I said to the guy, "You have the best players in the world, but do nothing." He said, "Beckham owned Lampard. Gerrard, it's the same problem." You've been to Buenos Aires? Wow, never knew you've been to Buenos Aires. I've always been kind of like interesting going down there. Actually, trying to think of the city, the southernmost city in the world, in Argentina. It's where they had the Belgrade and that going off to the Falklands. Trying to think the name of the place. Looks a fascinating place anyway. I mean, talking about the football, going back to the football, yeah, I think Argentina for me. They produced some stunning players over the years. They really have. Irrespective of what you think of the hand of God, I think they produced some wonderful players. Go about England. It's the same old story in a way, if you know what I mean. Mark, the beer hooligan. Harry's buy a player brick a brack. Still, Harry buys a player brick a brack. Only brown envelopes with cash inside accepted. Exactly. He's Hooky Harry. Hooky Harry strikes again. It really is. And the thing what makes me laugh is he kind of like got crowned the Jungle King. But you can tell with the whole series, it was kind of like, you wouldn't trust him with a bars bowl, would you? You really wouldn't. He's so dodgy, so hooky Harry. And all made me laugh was when he left us to go. No, when he left Pompey to come to us, he had the audacity to go back to Portsmouth while he was still managed to us. And I think he accepted the key of the city as well to Portsmouth. I think it was. I think that says it all about the person, doesn't it? Says it all about the person. So, boys and girls, we've had a good one tonight, I have to say. 1 hour and 15 minutes in. It's been a cracker, a belter, lots of comments. Here we go. There's another good one. Yeah. That's a good one and all. No worries. It's been a cracker tonight. I have to say, I'll come on early evening every Saturday night, just have a chinwag with everybody, say hello, and appreciate everybody for watching us as ever. And I think I'm going to wrap it up now because I've got to go down, cook myself some cheese on toast. Going to get a bit Hank Marvin, a bit starving. So thank you everybody for watching us as ever. I've got one more comment I might just bring up and say. Thank you, Buzz. I'll leave it with Buzz because Buzz is the man. Thank you, my man. Thank you very much. As ever, cheers, Mr. Meat. He's just come up and says hello, and I shall see all of you